Okay. What are the common errors you have identified or you have come across in letter writing? In your own knowledge, probably you have seen somebody writing letter in a different format, which is not accepted. That way, what you have come across.
Sir, while ending the letter, we usually tend to write the wrong yours sincerely, yours faithfully, thing wrong. I mean,
Okay.
what we should use in the formal letter and formal way, that is usually wrong.
Okay. Fine. Anything else?
Sir, I have a doubt in the when there's a letter regarding the request for something. I have a
Hmm.
doubt to conclude that. Like, are we supposed to conclude it with a request, or are we just supposed to just say the benefits of it and end it? I have a doubt in that.
Yeah. That's what we are going to teach. We are going to learn today. Let me share my screen. Yeah, in the general official correspondence, how are you supposed to write letters? That's what we are going to learn today. So letter and or email writing. Both are almost the same today because we no longer write letters. No, we write only emails. Salutation, everything almost will be the same. There are certain differences. I'll figure it out clearly one by one. And first of all, yes, as you rightly pointed out, formal and informal letter writing. The change will happen in two ways. One is format. Format of the letter is different in formal and informal, number one. Number two, the use of words, use of what you call language also will differ in formal and informal. And as you rightly pointed out, in the formal letter, the salutation and other steps are followed what you call rigorously without any deviation. But whereas informal letter, even though there are for salutation, but it's not very mandatory. You have to follow the same thing. But whereas when you write a letter to officials, you can't write without a salutation. But when you write a letter to a friend, even you can write without salutation. But actually, that is not correct. But still, that doesn't matter. But here in the official context, if you write like that, the what purpose you are writing letter, that purpose will not be served. Because in the official context, you are communicating the official way, expecting something to happen. That will not happen because of your poor letter writing. So let us see one by one. There are so many ways of writing letter. And let me quickly show you the directly example. Then I'll come to one by one. Yeah, let me change some address because this one got a long back. Yeah. So here, this one I have done for a long time. Change the date. Okay. If you look at here, you can see that my name is there and I have written to somebody to invite them as a speaker for international conference. So it's a formal context. So in the formal letter, generally you have to use from and to from the person who is writing letter to very well. But in case you write letter in letterheads, letterhead means there will be a printed what you call we call it as a document. A seat will be it's called a letterhead. In the top, probably in the school, you could have seen the principal when he gives contact certificate and the attendance certificate, you see the school name and other details. That is what we call it as letterhead. So in case I use the letterhead, VIT letterhead as a professor of English, right? So that time I don't require to write my from, because it's already in my letterhead, my name will be printed. Dr. Rajashekharan, senior assistant professor, everything will be there. So directly I can put the two. Again, two is also not necessary because it is understood that we are addressing to other person. So you can mention the name, then you can directly go to the matter. This is one way. Other way, you don't use letterhead, since instead you are using email. There you do not find the from and other stuff and all. There you can go ahead with directly with the to, no need of from in the email. Why? Because in the email at the end you will have your signature. Signature means you'll be able to add your details in the email, and I'll show you my email and my signature. And so it is understood, very well understood, that I'm the person writing the letter. So no need of from, directly I can start dear so and so. Again, this detail is also not very much essential. If you write email directly, you can write dear Dr. Brown, then you can go ahead with the matter. But the same email, you are preparing the letter in the letterhead, then you are attaching it, then you have to follow all the conventions. So this is what the first thing you should understand, number one. Number two, let me, yeah. Here, look, you can see my name is there. There is no comma, full stop, nothing. In case if you follow this style, it's fine. But there is a mistake here. Here, I have not used any comma for Patricia Brown, but in University of California, I have used comma. But at the end, I don't have any full stop. So this is wrong. Either I should use comma, comma, finally full stop, or otherwise I should not use anything. So here, what I need to do, I need to add comma here and at the end full stop. And look at the next salutation, dear Dr. Brown. Generally, we do not use, when you write to the foreign professors, we use only the second name. Sorry, this must be the first name, this must be the second name, or something which now how normally you call them, you have to use that. No need to write the full name, Dr. Patricia Brown. So I used dear Dr. Brown. No need to write dear respected Dr. Brown. That and all the convention we use in India. Because when you write a letter to somebody in India, absolutely you should use only respected. The reason is our culture is in such a way that when you use dear, they think that you are not giving respect to them. This is a cultural difference. So understand that you do not use dear in Indian context, but in the apart from Indian context, if you write to anybody, it is well accepted. You can use dear, then you can use their name. No need to sir, no need to madam. All these and all, it's only Indian, typical Indian usage. But in international, if you go to the corporate world and all, you don't need to write anything, any salutation with sir and madam. Straight away, you can write with their name. Even you write mail to the senior vice president, even chairman, CEO of the company, you can address them with the name, the corporate. That is the what you call the method they follow. But here, even in what you call in the Indian company, from the junior manager to senior manager, he has to use only respected sir. Because the reason is this is how it has happened. It's happening in Indian context. That's the reason you have to follow that. So that's salutation here used to dear and the name. If it is Indian context, you have to use respected, sir and madam. And Indian context, we don't write name. In case you write mail to me, dear Dr. Rajashekharan, it's fine. As English teacher, I don't find it wrong. But if you write to other chemistry, physics, and any other teachers, they'll think it absolutely wrong. Because how can you call me with the name? We don't have that habit. We don't have that culture here. That's a problem. So you have to use restrict to either sir or madam. That's it. And if it is the corporate context, and you can do anything. Even if I take, for instance, I write mail to Pro Vice Chancellor. I used to write definitely dear madam only. I cannot write dear Dr. Kanchana Bhaskar. That's what the Pro Vice Chancellor name. I cannot use it. It will be, they'll take it as offensive. So be very cautious when you write letter to the Indian counterpart. follow all the convention based on Indian culture. When you write to the international counterpart, you can use only these type of style. Got it? And you can see that I have introduced myself. I am the chairman of the International Conference on Technology and English Language Teaching, which will held on 10-10-13. Actually, that's what this is the old letter. That's why it says that other place, India, and I would like to invite you to present your workshop on blog CLT and blah blah all those things. And there is the slight introduction about you. Then I would like to invite you to present your workshop. This is the invitation. I hope you will also agree to run a short question and answer session after the presentation. Some further detail. Additionally, we would be pleased to cover your travel and lodging expenses while you visit the conference, in addition to providing you with an honorarium. Because when you write the invitation to other person, you should definitely tell about other terms and conditions also. That's what I have mentioned clearly. Please reply with your answer as soon as you are able, so that we may begin to arrange your travel. I encourage you to contact me with any questions or concerns. Kind regards, Dr. Rajesh. So here, no need of yours faithfully, yours truly, sincerely, all these things. So when you write in the official contact, regards, with warm regards, kind regards, it's actually official only. You can write it. Otherwise, you can write sincerely. You can write, but whenever you write to the international counterpart, don't use those things. Only use regards. So in general, people make mistakes. Or other one thing is already told you that here, without punctuation or with punctuation, they'll make error. Second thing here, dear Dr. Brown, there should be a comma, absolutely. You cannot write without any comma. You cannot write with colon. You cannot give a full stop. Here only should be what you call comma. After this, probably here, since it's an email, there is no subject, but there should be a subject. Subject means, let me write. The subject should be very simple, straightforward. You should not write with a lengthy, what you call subject. For example, then subject should not be in the same indent. You have to use one tab. Then only you have to give a subject. Subject followed by colon, not semicolon, not full stop, not hyphen, colon. Inviting.
Sir, so that is always written after addressing the person.
Yes, 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 absolutely.
Okay.
I write invitation for international conference. Invitation national conference as a keynote speaker or just anything you can write. That's it. The subject invitation for international conference as a keynote speaker. You can vice versa change it. Inviting you as a keynote speaker for international conference. Anything you can write. Just these are the different ways you can change the word structure. That's it. So here and here again the alignment issue. The alignment should not be like this. It to be because of see since it's a PowerPoint, I think there was error, but the alignment has to be in the same line. I am the I comes right. Everything has to be in the same alignment. But here there is a tab. This is actually wrong. You make sure that when you write, it should be in the same line. There can be a gap, what you call a space, a one line space for the next point. But if it is a one paragraph, make sure that everything is aligned in the same line. And again, here also there should be a one kind regards. It's very near to the previous line, but there should be a one space gap should be there. One line space should be there. Yeah. And date is very essential because you have to, whenever you write an email, another thing, date, you have to mention it. But in the email, you no need to worry because it is already inbuilt. The dates are there inbuilt, so no need to worry. And this subject in the email, you will write in the subject column. You will not write within the matter, within the subject. After writing email, you will not add the subject within the email. This subject will go to the original subject heading in the email. Clear? And this is what generally you need to do. And what are the, so as of now, you have got idea about the salutation and the format. Now let me tell about the subject matter. See, when you write a mail, you have to be very specific about why do you write a letter or email to them. And in case here, see, I write a letter to the no, speaker, a professor for it. I am inviting him as a resource person. So I have clearly mentioned about for what it's international conference, name, when it will be held, which will be held can be written. I think there is a typographical error here. Date and everything. But even if it is possible, I can write even the time schedule also. Probably I can tell him that in Indian time it is 10 to 12 a.m. Sorry, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. or something. Exactly, I can mention the time also. And then next, what exactly you want him to do? That's what the next important thing. I would like to invite you to present your workshop. So keynote speaker I have mentioned here, but here it's a workshop. Workshop is not a keynote. Keynote speaker generally only speak. They don't conduct workshop. So I need to then I need to modify my subject that invite the invitation for international conference to conduct a workshop. Then I have given a title for the workshop also I've given blocks in ELT. ELT means English language teaching. And this is simply just we just appreciating it, like be delighted to listen and participate. Because these are the very formal way of writing these things, these last two lines. And this is very important information. What kind of what do you call the responsibility you will have to bring him here? That's what I have clearly mentioned that we will cover travel and lodging expenses, and we will provide an honorarium also. I have clearly mentioned here. And I requested him to reply as early as possible so that we can plan for travel. That's clearly mentioned. And finally, I just ended with regards. In case you don't write anything about yourself, I am the chairman of so and so. I would like to invite you for the international conference. Then find what is the conference name. So name, date, place, all these things. In case it is involved, all these things are involved in the particular letter, you have to clearly mention those things and be very clear and systematic. And don't, because you can see that first thing, my introduction, then about the conference, then what I want him to do. Then I have given, I made it clear, even question answers and everything I made clear. Then I have informed him that the travel and other thing will be covered. Last one, I showed that I am waiting for his reply. This is how you need to write on any official email or letter. Got it? And let me show you some other example. So because you have with this, but let me quickly go to the entire thing. I start from the beginning now because I wanted to to have an idea. Then when I say something about there are different ways, different occasions you will write a letter. For that, I'll tell you one by one. The format and everything will be the same. Only the phrases you use in that particular letter will differ. So I'll be introducing you with different regular phrases, maybe opening phrases as well as closing phrases. I'll be telling you one by one. And you can have a clear note of it. Okay, you write, you just when you write a letter or an email about commenting on something means see, uh, it can happen in any way. Even you can assume that you write a feedback mail to me about my teaching. Then you can, what do you call, two way you can write. One is, it's great to understand, to attend your class, and I'm very happy that I learned so many things. Same way, you are not happy about my class, then you have to start like this. I am sorry to inform you that I am sorry to bring to a kind notice that most of your classes I'm unable to follow or I'm unable to understand. Why don't you bring so many? Then you can bring the reasons why you don't like the classes and other stuff. You can bring it. The point here is what is your first opening line? That is important. In my previous example, first opening line, I have introduced about myself, but that is not the actual opening line. The opening line is, I would like to invite you to present your workshop. That's what opening line. And the ending line is, I am waiting for your reply as early as possible. That's the ending line. So every letter will have an opening line as well as an ending line. I'm talking about formal thing. Then it is considered as you have written letter very well. And in case there is no opening line, there is no closing line, but still you can write a letter. Uh, the English class, I feel very boring, and I don't understand what is happening in the class. You finish, you can write mail like this also. It is very abrupt to the face. Outright you are commenting that it's not good. But the same thing should be given in a formal way means I bring to your notice that the English class is going fine. However, certain things needs to be improved. And here are my suggestions for the better teaching learning process. Then you give one by one, two, three, 4 points. Then I hope you would take all my suggestions in the positive way and you would change your way of teaching in the coming classes. In that way, you can aim. Here, even though you say that the classes are not good, you are very sensible about your comment and you have not hurt him. You have simply, but you have firmly registered your concern. But this is the difference between formal and informal, right? Informal, just like that, outrightly you can say that. Then that, no, but these opening and closing line will help you to understand the context very well. You will be able to convey the message. See, why you write a mail all the way to a teacher about the class feedback? You want him to change, or you are not happy. You want the class to be a happy one. Then, if you want that thing to happen, you should write email in a such a way that a teacher feels really bad about his mistake. Then he should correct himself, and the class has to go properly. But instead of pinpointing the thing, you trigger his ego, then you will be in trouble. Because whenever, not only teacher, anybody, if you trigger ego, you will get result, but you will get only counter result. You will not get a positive result. You expect something, even if it is applicable to your parents also. If you trigger your parents' ego, and you may not get what you want. The same thing, if you tell them in a pleasing way, you will be able to get what you want from them. It's all, no, after all, we are all human beings. We will have egos, but probably some sensible, some very mature people don't get affected by ego triggering, but majority it will happen. So we have to be very careful. We don't hurt their ego. We go in a very sensible way so that we'll, no, it's a kind of a smart way of writing. Correct? And look at the another one. Whenever you want to say the reason for writing, and you have seen, see, some of you have attendance problem, and even though I have given clear instruction in my first day, you should mention your slot and you should tell your name and everything. Still, I get mail that, sir, you marked me absent. Please kindly update. How do I know that? I already told you I am handling 7 classes. I have a 457 students. I may not know who are you because none of you. Because since if I at least if I see you in person, I can remember your face and I'll be able to recall that okay, you are from A1 slot. But now A1 slot, B1 slot, C1, all slots are same to me since you are on online. So here, when you write clearly, you have to mention that I am so and so. Then again, another thing, you lot of people you join late to the class. I have already told you that within 5 minutes, if you join late, I will not give attendance. But simply you say, sorry, sir, I got a network problem, and you give me attendance. How can I believe that anybody can say that without attending the class, I got a network issue, then you cannot attend? Then what is the right way of writing a letter or email or even a WhatsApp message? To write, sir, I'm sorry to bring to a notice that I attended that class on the day. Due to network issue, got disconnected. I have informed you as you directed immediately to your WhatsApp. You share the screenshot of the WhatsApp to me. Then I don't have any question. I have to give attendance to you because you have followed everything clear. But when you do not have the information properly, see, that's how sometimes I don't reply to a lot of people. It means that I don't accept because something will not be there what I expect. Then I don't, because I cannot keep replying to everybody for all these silly reasons. But there are people, they clearly mention me that, sir, I have got disconnected due to the network issue. The same time, immediately, after the class, if I see my message, something will be there. One or two people say that, for example, 8:20, I got disconnected. I joined back at 8:23. Please kindly consider. Then it's fine, absolutely taken. This is what you have to be very clear. When you write, please understand that you write in a clear way. You try to get the practice right from this one. That's how I asked you to follow the etiquette in the day one itself. But it is very unfortunate. Still, people don't follow, and simply they write their main name and without slot, and I need to ask slot. Then I need to ask which day. See, when you say you have been marked absent, you should mention the time, date, everything. If you simply mention that, sir, 8 o'clock class, you have marked me absent, which 8 o'clock class? Whether this week, last week, next week, which week? So be very clear when you write, you mention your reason, date, time, and other thing are clearly. And another thing, a lot of people sometimes tell you, it is not your right to ask me to whenever you are not in the class to give me the attendance. It is my consideration I'm giving you. You cannot expect me to definitely I should give attendance. Why should I? Already have clearly made you a clear statement in the beginning of the class, that is semester. You should take care of your network problem. In case there is a network issue, you should have messaged me immediately to my WhatsApp. All these things are clearly all ground rules laid properly. You don't follow the rules, but still, sorry, sir, I have forgotten. I got a student like that. He didn't inform me. He was marked absent. Then I went back all the way. See, whenever you say that you have been marked absent, I need to go back to the particular day attendance. I have to track the entire seat. I need to verify one by one. Then I need to look your name, then check. Your name will not be there. Then he says that, sorry, sir, on that particular day, I joined for 10 minutes late. I got wild at. See, such kind of for you, it's a simple thing. For me, it's a very big work. If I want to change the attendance, I need to spend minimum 10 minutes to locate your name, to identify the date, time, everything, then go back to the VTAP and change. Lot of stuff are there. But if you are really good and you have all the statement clearly mentioned, then no problem. I'll simply go and verify if your name is there. I have made you what you marked you absent wrongly, then immediately change it. So this is one example I have taken. This is what happens in the email writing. Then you say that I have written letter, but I don't get any reply. I have written email, I didn't get any reply. All these things will come, but you write the email in a such a way that you should get reply. That's how you have to write a formal emails. In that polite tone you have to use, then absolutely you'll get reply. This is for the commenting on something. So I have taken thread from commenting on the class. Then I gave example through the attendance of generally you write. Then I have given how you should not write. Next comes inquiry letter. Normally, inquiry letter, it can be not necessarily to the teacher, it can be to the company. Business correspondence also, you use inquiry letter. See, whatever I'm going to give, all these things can be used in business correspondence as well as informal correspondence also. Academic and non-academic context you can use. You can let me introduce all the phrases. You decide wherever you want to use. You can make use of all these phrases. Okay, so in generally, uh, sometimes we will ask the question in the right royal way, with the attitude. We'll ask why you are not doing these things properly. This is the what you call abrupt question. I would like to know why these things are not followed properly for the last 1 week. I would like to know. Then when you say I would like to know that phrase, it becomes very subtly. You are giving your what you call request in an assertive way. But instead of I would like, you remove that phrase I would like. Straight away you ask why you are not doing things for the last 1 week. Then you directly hit on their face. That will not work. So be clear. Use these any one of the phrases like I would be grateful, I would wonder, anything. See, there are many. I don't want to read everything, just to have a look at it. You can take any one of the phrases, or even you can keep it in your mind 3 to 4 phrases, and you can vice versa, you can change to the different occasion, you can use it. And for instance, if you lay this one, what I am looking for is You avoid in the formal letter. This particular phrase you avoid in formal, you can avoid, use it in informal. This I would like to know is a very normal, regularly used phrases, but slightly if you want to be, so you use something better than that. You can go with, I would be interested in having more details about so and so. And I would be grateful if you could provide more details. I would be interested to receive further details about this. Please could you give me the necessary details concerning this? In that way, I would be grateful for your advice concerning anything. And this also you can use. I would appreciate your advice on so and so. So you select some four. There are many. You can select something, some four phrases. Use it whenever you write an inquiry, email, or letter. You start with that phrase and similarly end with a very positive and expected note, and it will be good. This is for inquiry. This is for apology. Yeah, you have to write definitely some apology letters here also. When you unknowingly you have done something, and I have seen, I think not in our class or some other class, some student got into a malpractice. I received a mail stating that your student, one of the student in English, he did copy it, and his exam has been cancelled. And I received a mail that I should not evaluate the so and so particular student answer script. Then he wrote a mail that, sorry, sir, I didn't know that. And he wrote a lot of things, but I couldn't do anything because as an individual teacher, I can't do anything. Only the examiner has to decide. They have decided to scrap the entire. They asked me to award only 0. I awarded only 0. But still, that particular student could have written an apology letter to the examiner or the Dean Academics, so and so. So he has to write, he has to use with any one of the phrases. I'm writing to apologize for having copied in the Cat 1 exam. I'll make sure that I never do this again. Kindly accept my apology. You can use this one. Look at that. Please accept my sincere apologies. Please forgive me. I'm very sorry. Anything one you can, what you call, use it. And the most common thing I would recommend only whenever you have done it, please, the last line should be like this. Please accept my sincere apologies. This should be the last line. First line, with regret, I am informing you that I have made a mistake in the exam. I have copied it. I'm very sorry for having done those things. In that way, you write the opening line. The last ending line should be like this. Or even you can write it with this format. I am writing to apologize for the inconvenience caused by me to you on that so and so date and time and everything. Next comes invitations. That's what already I have shown you the invitation mail. That's what the first email I have shown you. Here you can write IRV. I'm having a party on Friday 19th. I hope you will be able to come. I would like to come to see a room with a view with me at the weekend. You want to go to a movie? Would you like to come to see KGF Chapter 2 with me at the weekend, or would you like to come to see Beast with me at the weekend? In that way, you write only change the movie name and you can go ahead. And the same way you can ask this also. I was wondering if you'd like to go to theater on holiday with us. This is rarely people use it, but this is a wonderful phrase. You can use this also. I was wondering if you would like to go to theater, if you would like to go to cinema on holiday with us, you can use it. And could you let me know you would like to join us? This is another way. And for this invitation, how will you reply? This is what the last one. Thank you for asking. Thanks for inviting me, but I'm afraid I won't be able to come since I have another birthday party on the same day. Thanks for the invitation. I'm very happy to join with you. Let me definitely join with you. In that way, you can either give a positive reply or negative reply. So that thing, whenever you write a reply to the any email, first start with thank you for mail, thank you for letter. Then go ahead with the whatever the reply you wanted to give with the proper phrases. Next request, and you request me. You want me to teach one particular topic again. You didn't get a clarity, so you write a mail to me. Then you can use any one of the phrases. For example, sir, could you please teach the conditional classes again, as I have a lot of doubts I couldn't understand. Or I was wondering if you could help us teaching the conditional class again, so that we would get a better understanding. So in that way, you can use any one of the letters, sorry, opening phrases for request. My favorite would be, yeah, I would be grateful if you could, that can be useful. This one and the last one, I would like to know whether it is possible for you to teach again the tenses or whatever the subject you say. Next comes expressing satisfaction. Satisfaction you will express in many ways. Assume that some of your classmate has got a prize in hackathon even, or some competition, then you want to appreciate him. You are highly, you want to say that you're really good, very happy about that news. Here, it cannot be only satisfaction, even expressing appreciation also can be. You use it satisfaction by appreciation, slash appreciation. So I was delighted to hear that you got a first prize in hackathon competition. My heartfelt congratulations to you. And something very exciting thing, then you can use this word. I was thrilled to find out that you talk to all the participants in the entire India, some kind of thing. You can use the word thrilled. Glad, happy, delighted, very common one. Thrilled, you can use it something for a extraordinary achievement. And the same way, you want to say dissatisfaction. You can use this. I'm writing to express my dissatisfaction with the service provided by you in the cafeteria on 17th March during the lunchtime. Then you can tell about the original complaint. That's what you can say. Writing to express my dissatisfaction. This is a phrase. Express my annoyance. This is another phrase. I'm not happy about, very another common phrase. I was very disappointed. Was This is another one, but you use, I was very disappointed with the behavior shown by your staff on that particular day. You can use any of these phrases. And this is also almost same thing. Concern, sympathy, also same dissatisfaction only. This is a good news. I'm pleased to tell you that I have completed, my so and so graduation. Some of your friends says that. I am happy to inform you that I got first place in the hackathon competition or anything else. I'm so happy to inform you that I have been selected as the class representative of this second semester. So any one thing you can use. So these are the things. Pleased to inform you, delighted to tell you, happy to advise you. Now this one very rarely used. Leave the third one. I thought you might like to know that you are the best person in the class, because I have come to know that you have been selected as the best student in the class. That way you can go ahead with the fourth one. It has come to our notice that you played very well in the national competition. For that we are writing the appreciation. In that way you can go ahead. So you see any one type, you can check it up, and whichever is comfortable, because don't have too many, then it will unnecessarily confuse you. You select only 2 to 3, maximum 4 phrases. You try to use in different ways. That's it. Don't try to have so many, then it will confuse you. Then bad news, normally the regret. The word regret and sorry can be used, and this afraid. These 3 words can be used to give the bad news. So regret to inform you that, sorry to tell you, regret to advise, afraid. I have some bad news. Any one you can use. The reason. And you just write explanation letter. Assume that you have not submitted your class note. I have blocked. Then you are writing mail stating, first you apologize, then you tell the reason for why you have not submitted. And then you write, I'm sorry, sir, I missed the deadline. This is because I got an important function in my family. Then you give it complete detail. Then you will write a mail. Then obviously, if it is originally right reason, I may accept it. But this is for not the regular class note, just I'm giving example. And sometimes you say congratulations, good luck, thank you, all these things. That's what you can use. Congratulations on passing your exams, your excellent exam result. I wish good luck. I'm writing to thank you for your hospitality, wonderful present. This is a reply to the thanks. And normally these things you know very well, no need to explain. You want to recommend and give some suggestion. And this is how you can use it. Probably I write this letter to give certain recommendation for your new business. Assume that. Then why don't you follow this model? Maybe you could try this particular method to sell your product. How about using the external ad agency for your marketing? Somehow you can use your suggestion, but don't be, see, very simple, formal, always be very sensitive and don't be very, what you call, aggressive, be assertive. These are the normal endings. Kindly have a look at it. Happy to hear you from soon. See you soon. Once again, thank you for your help. I look forward to hearing from you. Please contact me if you have any further questions. This is informal. Please do my best to get your family. Please pass on my best wishes to wife and children. All these things are informal ending. Formal, this will be, I look forward to hearing from you. Regards. Hope to hear you from soon. These are the formal ending. And again, this love, lots of love, all the best wishes, all these only informal. Don't write in the formal letter, you write with the love, lots of love, then everything is gone. And okay. Can you see what is the mistake in this particular letter? What is this? Tell me. Can you read? Okay, take a pic and probably you can check on your own and you rewrite and you can show me in the next class we'll discuss. Yeah, here in the what you call in the informal letter, no salutation, what you call from address, nothing directly. Do my beloved Anita or something here. It is there. Love always. All these things are used in the informal letter, but in the formal letter, we could already have shown you that's the regards, not love, sincerely, nothing like that of thing, right? Here you can write a detail. See, this is a you can write a poetic what you call letter to your friend. But all these things cannot be written in formal context. Yeah, this is another example. Probably you can see these things. One example of apology letter. Dear Jolin, I'm sorry about forgetting about our lunch date. It was completely my fault. I was so busy at work that it must have slipped my mind. How about I treat you to lunch next Wednesday at the new Italian restaurant, Portak at 12:30 p.m. I have marked this date in my planner, so I will not forget about it. Would just like to apologize again for missing the lunch date. This is what friendly apology letter. Everything is clear because he made a mistake. So for that, he's correcting it. So he's calling the friend for again another lunch for the another day. And he mentioned that he would not forget since he marked his date, that date in his planner also. Yeah, invitation letter just already I have shown you. This is a thanking letter. When you thank somebody, informally and informally. Here it is informal. Hi, Aunt Kelly. Thanks for the new bike you bought me for my birthday. Just what I wanted. The color red first fits the bike well. It's my favorite color. I plan on riding the bike around my neighborhood every day right after the school. I look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks again for the bike. Very informal. Thanks. Better. This one already I've shown you. Yeah. Kindly make a note of these things. You have to write letters for the following. You select any two given thing, you have to write and upload in the class notebook. Apart from the regular your class notes, this is the assignment to you. You have to write, you take any two things, place in order, complaint letter, requisition letter, industrial visit, implant training, discrepancy, accepting invitation, declining invitation. In any letter, understand the mood of the letter, whether it is invitation, request, inquiry, comment, apology, anything. Understand? Use the opening phrase, ending phrase, all the required details, and use the formal context and format and everything. You have to write, and I'll check it out. So with this, let me stop. You got a question? You can ask me. Got a question? System.
No, sir.
Okay, just
No,
a
sir.
minute. Let me download the attendance. See, let me reiterate the common errors. A lot of time people don't use the salutations properly. There will be a lot of spelling errors. They don't write in a proper tone. They don't follow the proper letter like layout, that's convention. All these things make sure that, and you follow all these things right from your WhatsApp message to the official people, email, written letter, everything, because you'll be writing mail to a proctor requesting them to approve. Oh, sorry, you don't write because you are not in the campus. All our second year and third year students, they are having the weekends this weekend. All of night practice, they have written a mail to me asking them to permit for their leave, and you'll be writing it. So there you have to make sure that you use all the format. When you write something for any official context to a program chair, dean, student welfare director, or a pro vice chancellor, dean academics, make sure that you write letter in a proper format with a proper salutation, and there should not be any error in the official letter. Okay. With this, let me stop. Thank you very much. Have a good day. And if you have a doubt, you can refer the recording again. Yes. Come on.
Sir, this assignment, should we upload it in the resume writing space that you've assigned in Teams?
Which assignment?
Sir, you asked us to write 2 letters about.
No, I'll create a separate link.
Okay, sir.
I'll-
Sir, I just wanted to tell that previously the resume writing assignment was assigned for us, but then the BPC and BMC students hadn't been included in it because we were late. So that is
Yes.
due.
Yes. DSC student, yeah, I'll add you. Just thanks for reminding. Yeah, I need to add you. Yes, since you joined late, I will add it definitely.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.
So will you create a link for this assignment, or do we have to upload it in the class notebook?
I will create. I'll create.
Okay, sir. Understood. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.